Clean tags when I ride, ducking the fade. Break. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got calling you.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Throwing to start here is Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Here's Tua. He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another big play here as they strike for 31. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that is incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
set the tone. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Got his man, and the ball is knocked out. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Whenever we call a game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Jeudy, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Dancing away at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Tua now on 1st down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And his throw's going to be in. Trying to find Greg Dulcich there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. There's Wilson to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Tua now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. He's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon. As we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much.
I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way. Excellent gap between them and their pursuers, but how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one.
A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. A run with Mostert up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On the option, here's Wilson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Murray. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Play 3 of the drive now is successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
4th down, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Final minute now of the third quarter. On first down, Tagovailoa going to look deep for Wilson. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Alex Singleton making the play defensively. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 59 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
And that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Oh, he fakes a spike. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made, and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Wilson will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first. Didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.